This video will be a full tour and documentation of this 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited. This Grand Cherokee is painted in granite crystal metallic. It does have chrome door handles along with chrome side view mirror caps. This vehicle also has smart key access. The driver's door panel does have some storage with a bottle holder. Got power windows, door locks, and mirrors, along with two-person memory settings for the driver's seat. This Limited has the black interior with leather seat upholstery. Both of the front seats have full power adjustments. And now, let's go ahead and start it up. On the key fob, you got the buttons for lock, unlock, power tailgate release, remote start, and panic. And since it has smart key access, it also has push button ignition, so to start it, just make sure the key fob is somewhere in the vehicle so it can detect it. Put your foot on the brake and then hit the button. The Grand Cherokee made its debut for 1993 as a larger alternative to the pre-existing smaller Jeep Cherokee. It was originally supposed to replace the Cherokee, but since there was such a large demand for both models at the time, Jeep went ahead and continued to offer both SUVs at once. Following its launch, the Grand Cherokee was an instant hit. Fast forward to today, and the Grand Cherokee is still the best-selling model in Jeep's lineup. The Grand Cherokee uses a unibody platform, and that has been the case even going back to 1993 when the model debuted. As of the 2022 model year, the Grand Cherokee has just entered its all-new 5th generation. This 2018 model we have today represents the Grand Cherokee's 4th generation, codenamed WK2, which was introduced for 2011, with 2021 set to be the final model year. The 4th generation Grand Cherokee rides on a Mercedes-Benz-derived unibody platform, which it also shares with the 3rd generation Dodge Durango. One key difference is that the Durango offers third-row seats, while the Grand Cherokee does not. Throughout its decade-long production run, the WK2 generation Grand Cherokee did receive some regular updates to keep it competitive. The biggest change it received was the 2014 model year refresh, which gave it its most substantial year-to-year change styling-wise, and gave it a new transmission and an additional engine option, on top of updating the features and tech. So as for the 2018 model year, there were a few subtle changes involving the infotainment system and whatnot, but hands down the most notable update for 2018 was the introduction of the Trackhawk model. Now, Jeep is no stranger to making high-performance Grand Cherokees, just look at the SRT models, but the Trackhawk takes it to another level, packing the supercharged Hemi V8 straight out of the Dodge Challenger and Charger Hellcat, making 707 horsepower, which is just bonkers for a family crossover SUV. The US market 2018 model year Jeep Grand Cherokee is available in the following main trim levels: Laredo, Limited, the extra off-road ready Trailhawk, Overland, Summit, SRT, and Trackhawk. There are a total of 5 engines available, depending on the trim level. First, there's the Pentastar 3.6-liter gas V6 making 295 horsepower, which is what the one in this video has. Then there's a 3-liter turbo diesel V6 which has less power but a lot more torque. Then there's the 5.7-liter Hemi V8 with 360 horsepower. As for the crazy high-performance models, the SRT has a 6.4-liter Hemi V8 with 470 horsepower, and the Trackhawk has that aforementioned 700 plus horsepower, 6.2-liter supercharged Hemi V8. No matter the engine, the transmission is always an 8-speed automatic. All depending on the engine and/or trim level, there are a number of different drivetrains offered throughout the lineup as well, from rear-wheel drive to full-time all-wheel drive systems to part-time four-wheel drive. In the case of this 3.6-liter V6 Limited, it's got the Quadra-Trac 2 part-time four-wheel drive system. Air suspension is also available. In Jeep's 2018 crossover SUV lineup, the Grand Cherokee sits at the top of the range, above the smaller Cherokee. The gauge cluster houses 3 analog gauges, including your tachometer and your fuel and temperature gauges. And you've also got this large digital info display, which also serves as your speedometer. You can control it via the controls right here on the steering wheel. So you got your main menus like your audio, messages, setup, your speedometer, so you can switch between a digital speedometer and your faux analog one. It's vehicle info, charging voltage, tire pressure, transmission temperature, oil temp, oil pressure, oil life, back to charging voltage and whatnot, fuel economy info, and your trip computers and whatnot. It has a 4-spoke design, leather-wrapped, multifunctional steering wheel. As for controls on the front, on this side you got your information display controls, along with your hands-free phone and voice command controls. On this side you got your cruise control. And then on the back of the spokes you've got your seat track and volume controls for the radio. The steering wheel is power, tilt, and telescopic. The parking brake is foot operated. Got your fuel door release, headlight controls, air vent. I love this matte wood. Goes great with the chrome. Got your exterior lighting and wiper stock. Going down the center of the interior, you've got air vents on either side. Your touchscreen interface for your Uconnect Infotainment system, which we'll go over later, with some of the physical controls for that. Hazard light button. Right here you've got all the controls for your dual zone automatic climate control. On the display right here you can also bring up more climate controls, such as your different zones. And then here is also where you control your heated steering wheel along with your 2-stage heated and cooled front seats. Parking sensors, auto stop start, your eco and sport driving modes, and your traction control. Behind this cover you got some storage along with 2 USB ports, an aux port, and a power outlet. There are 2 cup holders next to the gear shifter. Putting it in reverse does reveal a backup camera, and the side view mirrors also automatically adjust down. Four-wheel drive low, hill descent control. Here's the select terrain dial for the Quadra-Trac 2 four-wheel drive system. You've got 5 different driving modes. You've got snow, sand, auto, mud, and rock. Two-tiered center console. Also got another power outlet in there. The glove box is lockable. Both sun visors do have vanity mirrors and lights. Roadside assistance, auto-dimming rearview mirror. On the overhead console, you got a sunglass holder, overhead lighting, power tailgate release, garage home link, and the controls for your panoramic sunroof. You can also open and close this as a vent and open and close that sunshade. Driver and front passenger do have grab handles. And now, finally, we got the Uconnect Infotainment system, AM, FM, and Sirius XM. Your radio screen right here. Media, so anything you might have in the USB ports, aux port, or Bluetooth, also has Bluetooth. Your climate controls, as we already saw right here. Your apps, like screen projection, Wi-Fi hotspot. Right here, one of the apps, we've got off-road pages, so your pitch and roll, real-time, extra gauges, so your select terrain right here. So you got an even bigger image of whatever mode you're in. That's cool. Right here, got navigation. There's the map right here. And finally, phone, which is self-explanatory if you want to pair a phone. Go ahead and roll down the driver's window and take a look at the engine bay. Both front windows are fully automatic. This Limited sports these 18-inch two-tone 5-split-spoke alloy rims. This Limited is powered by the Grand Cherokee's base engine for 2018, which is Chrysler's Pentastar 3.6-liter naturally aspirated V6. It's a dual overhead cam 24-valve power plant with variable valve timing, and it produces 295 horsepower at 6,400 RPM and 260 pound-feet of torque at 4,000 RPM. The transmission is a TorqueFlite 8-speed automatic with a manual mode, and this Limited has the Quadra-Trac 2 4-wheel drive system. Running on regular unleaded with a 24.6-gallon fuel tank, the Grand Cherokee with the 3.6-liter V6 and 4-wheel drive gets an estimated 18 mpg in the city and 25 mpg on the highway. It has a short and long arm front suspension and a multi-link rear suspension. It has 4-wheel disc brakes with the front ones being ventilated. Curb weight for the one in this video rounds up to about 4,750 pounds, and with the 3.6-liter V6 it can tow up to 6,200 pounds. As you saw earlier, the fuel door is on the driver's side. It does have a capless fuel filling system. Also got a bottle holder back here. Also got 60/40 split folding rear seats to aid cargo space. They pretty much fold flat, or they do fold flat. And seat backs are also reclining. Both the front seats do have storage pockets in the backs. Back here we got coat hooks, grab handles on the B-pillars, your rear air vents along with your different zones, a couple USB ports, a household style power outlet, and the controls for your 2-stage heated rear seats. You've also got a folding rear center armrest with 2 cup holders. Chrome-tipped single exhaust rear wiper, and it does have a power tailgate. Cargo space in the Grand Cherokee amounts to 36.3 cubic feet with the rear seats up. Fold the rear seats down and cargo space is expanded to 68.3 cubic feet. Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.